What is up, everybody? DanDanTheFireman here. I'm out here at Ride Arizona MTC, and I want to explain to you, and it's coming from a guy. I understand that. It's coming from a guy. I'm explaining why women riders should not be scared, or women should not be scared of starting to ride. I have 5 different bikes, all different kind of seat heights, all different kind of, ergonomics and everything. And the reason why I bring up women riders with different seat heights, different ergonomics, different looking types of bikes is because I think, please correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, that just the fear of not being able to touch the ground, with my wife, for example, she's very short and she couldn't touch the ground on a few things. And I want to show you that there's a few of these things that I can't touch the ground. I'm also short. There's also a few things that I had to go out and practice with some of these bikes because I wasn't used to it. It's a little bit scary. I'm one of those people that have high anxiety, and it's frustrating for me when I can't get something right or something wrong, and it's embarrassing, very embarrassing. So I'm going to go over here and I'm going to show you really quick 2 U-turns for each bike. So 10 U-turns left and right on different sized bikes. Now, this is something that you can definitely do at Ride Arizona MTC. These are Ride Arizona MTC bikes. I'm out here on their range with their bikes, and we're going to be doing some U-turns real quick. And I pick a U-turn because it's one of the scariest things ever. It really is. It's one of the scariest things ever for a brand new rider. But once you get the understanding, the mechanics of it all, when you figure out, the hows and whys, it becomes much easier, and you can pretty much do it to every single bike that you ever get on. And you'll learn that inside the class. You'll learn that on the range here at Ride Arizona MTC. So if you're a little nervous, a little bit, a little scared, this is the perfect place to try it out and practice. You're in the safest spot that you can practice. Obviously, riding motorcycles is inherently dangerous, but this is a lot of fun out here. And you get coaching, some really good coaching. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to hop on this Ninja. Now, it really doesn't matter what brand. It doesn't really matter what kind. It doesn't matter the handlebars, the seat position, the foot position. Every motorcycle is pretty much the same. Okay, you got the clutch, you got the brakes, you got the throttle. Now, you're going to run into somewhere the ergonomics are a little awkward. So, for instance, these bikes, these sport bikes, a little bit hard for U-turns. So, once you kind of figure it out and you get the understanding of how a motorcycle works, let's go around now. Let's do a right-hand turn. Once you get the understanding of how a motorcycle works, you could ride any bike, and you'll get that understanding and know how and why in the class. This is the hard one right here. Doing a right-hand turn on a sport bike. A little bit freaky because you have not a lot of room, and that's something you'll learn in the class. And I'm going to keep bringing up the women rider thinks that's the topic of this video. My girlfriend at the time, now my wife, was very nervous, okay? Very, very, very nervous about riding. She never wanted to. I've been riding for a very long time, if you've been watching my YouTube channel for a while. Been riding for a very long time. I've had her on the back a few times. One day she said, I want to ride. As soon as I heard that, I signed her up for a Ride Arizona MTC BRC1 class, and at the same time, I signed myself up. Sorry, I had to think real quick. I signed myself up, and when I signed myself up, I already knew how to ride. I already had my endorsement. She didn't have her endorsement. She's never been on a bike. She was freaking out, and I'm not throwing her under the bus or anything, but that's typical. That's typical. I was freaking out when I took my MVD, my DMV test. So she was freaking out. This is something completely new, and I went there to support her, and when she did the class, she was amazing. She finally relaxed after a while. Steve and Trina were so fun. Got her to relax. We had another female rider in that class. Now I'm on a scooter, so this one's a little different. But we had another female rider in that class, and she did exceptionally well also. Very nervous, but then calmed down and relaxed and had a great time. So this one's a scooter. This one doesn't have a clutch. So this is also something that you could definitely play around on when you get the necessary skills to figure all this out. Once you understand the basics of why a motorcycle will want to lean, why you need to turn your head, all those things will come into play for any and every bike. So this is why you need proper training And like I said, I don't want to say too much when it comes to female riders, because I am not a female rider. I do not understand absolutely everything you yourself have to go through. I don't understand any hesitations, any fears and concerns, but as a rider myself, my fears and concerns were, this is freaky. This is a very big machine. I have no idea. I know how to ride a bike, but I'm scared. A lot of these bikes are too tall, much like this bike, the Kawasaki KLX 250 SF. It's very tall. I have a 30-inch inseam, and I am tippy-toeing it. So do not worry about tallness. Do not worry about the bike that's tall. You obviously want to get a bike that will fit you, but do not worry too much. Do not worry about the bike that is too tall. Do not worry about any of that stuff. Once you get the understanding from the class, it becomes a piece of cake. So if you are a brand new rider, any type of rider, male or female, and you want to learn the basics and you want to learn how to get your endorsement, and you want to learn why and how to stay safe, come out here. Come out here to Ride Arizona MTC. Trina, Steve, or myself and somebody else could come teach you. We can come coach you, get you prepared to ride, so you're not too scared of these beautiful machines that will give you a lot of fun. Now, I'm gonna go from a bigger bike, one where I could barely tippy-toe, to a bike that is more friendly for us shorter, vertically challenged riders. This right here is your typical cruiser. It's a little Suzuki cruiser. Honda Rebels are a lot like this. Well, we got Nikki a 2018 Honda Rebel 500, so it's really low seat height, and it's something that she can flat foot. And that is something you might want to look into. But you could come out here and play around. Well, not play around, you learn. You learn how to ride different bikes if you want to choose to. That's the beautiful thing out here. It's a nice, safe environment. The pavement is expertly cleaned, brand new paint lines, wonderful coaches. These are all different bikes doing U-turns within a 20-foot box. Different bikes, different ways to learn. You come out here, you practice, you learn. On a sport bike, you can go out and go home and apply that to a cruiser. I'm not out here trying to demonstrate and show you that I could do U-turns. Anybody can do a U-turn once you get enough practice. But that's the thing. If you're scared to start, you're never going to get the practice. And you don't want to practice bad habits. You don't want to practice things that can be an issue. If you practice the wrong way thousands of times, you're going to be an expert at how to do the wrong thing. So if you come out here to Ride Arizona MTC, you practice on this beautiful range with really good MSF coaches. Practice on different bikes if you absolutely have to. You might start off on a sport bike. You're like, I don't like it. Can I try one of these cruisers that you have? Yes, you can. If we have spare bikes, that's the greatest thing about this place. And you can practice in this safe environment. Practice the good way, the right way to do it. Practice it a couple dozen times here, and then when you take it home, you practice it a couple hundred times there. You're going to be practicing the safe way, the right way, and a way that you're going to be understanding. That's the one thing that I came away from this class, the BRC1, the BRC2, the advanced class multiple times here. I was able to understand every single time, and that's the great thing about having the coaches here. So this video is more so kind of like a vlog while I'm riding around inside this little parking lot. I know it's probably not what some people expected, and it was directed at female riders and possibly new riders, because at the end of the day, female riders, and I'm using my wife as an example, that's the only thing I know, is that it's really nerve-wracking for a machine like this and to put yourself out there. It's not something that she's done a lot, and honestly, something for myself as a new person, extremely nerve-wracking to start something new. Especially with something like this in front of people, and they make it so much fun out here when she did it. And then now it's my goal to make it fun for you guys when you're out here and I'm coaching. So come out here to Ride Arizona MTC. I keep saying that name because that's what it is. Okay, that's where I'm at. I'm here on the range. This is where I did all my training. So this is like home to me, And I hope you guys enjoyed it. And the whole point, like I said, of the U-turn is to show you that once you understand the concepts after you take the class, you can apply it to any bike you want. All right? So that's it. Hope you guys ride safe, be safe, and I'll see you later.